Hey, we're back, and I actually have a bit of a cold at the moment, so I might sound a little different. I'm just kidding, I don't sound at all different to normally, but yeah, I don't even know how I got this. I don't even know, like, my throat's just a little sore at the moment, but it's not even sore, it's just like raspy. I don't even know how that happened, because it literally developed on the night where I put on extra blankets. So I don't know, maybe it's like a fever or something that just hasn't been very extreme. But I've been feeling a bit crap for like 2 days now, which is a bit crap. But it's fine, I guess. It doesn't hurt. It's just annoying. But yeah, hopefully this week we'll have a bit of a variation to last week's video because honestly nothing's changed. Nothing really has changed in the past week and a half. I think that's how long it's been. It's still been work. A little less fans, luckily, I think. But yeah, and maybe world building. I don't know. I haven't been thinking a lot about that stuff. It's really just been work, honestly. But yeah, just last week the screen recorder crashed, and every single time that happens after the video, I'm always like contemplating like if I should just redo the entire video because I mean it was kind of visual heavy. It wasn't that crazy. It wasn't like I did all this thing in game and I wasn't even describing it, and it wasn't like I hit a billion trick shots and critical ops and just didn't record, but it still sort of peed me off that. I mean, yeah, it could happen to any video, any video that I record that has that's very visual heavy and just completely doesn't record. That could have happened to that video, but luckily it happened to one without that much visuals. It's still just annoying though that can happen. And I always just think, oh, time to re-record the whole video, but of course that's not exactly viable. So I just start thinking about ways to uh, I guess remedy it in editing. It always gives me a good chance to do something creative or something stupid in the editing process to just put over a black screen because to put over instead of a black screen, but I didn't really do anything crazy last time. I don't know though. Sometimes I'm just not bothered and just whip it up in like with a bit of video like last time. It was last video, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that it was the one with Pixel Gun, right? I don't even remember this stuff. It's felt like a long time again, but that's probably just because of work and stuff being extremely long. But yeah, I'm still on that grind. I'm on the work grind, which I guess I could talk about first, just get it over with because I'm not asked talking about it a whole lot. But yeah, still doing the Monday to Friday. Sometimes 10 to 5, sometimes 10 to 8 or something. I don't know. Just a bunch of work, and it's been good. It's been actually since last week, me rambling and complaining about it, and my dad's come back from across state. Um, it's actually just fixed itself up. Like everything is just back to normal again, and I don't feel absolutely crap about going to work, which is good. And I've been quite useful at work. It's been nice. I haven't messed up a whole bunch, and yeah, now it's just normal working days. Anything else that's really happened at work? I'm not really. My dad keeps on doing barbecues for lunch, and it's just like I don't even know because I don't know. I kind of get sick of it. There's so much. There's just steak. He just gets a bunch of steak for lunch, and I mean it's cool I guess, but I get sick of it very easily, and also every single time I have to eat until I'm like completely stuffed, so I can't even do anything. But yeah, none of that anymore because he's gone back to Sydney now. Well, just today actually, and it's back to having to go to work with my mum, and yeah, who knows? Maybe that'll re-begin my terrible work experience, but hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I can just do stuff do good work until my dad comes back again, because I would really not like to be dreading life at the moment. But yeah, whatever if it does. Because I have leverage now, because my mom always complains about me doing crap at work, but she's pretty much equally as bad, if not worse. And she doesn't have awareness about it either. She always goes like, "Oh, it's not my fault. I didn't do nothing about that." So yeah, no, then nothing she says can sway me anymore, because I have that leverage on her. Not really that great either, because we're all just making mistakes and like ruining business. But I'm trying, at least. I'm trying to not do that, and I have been pretty successful as of late. But yeah, that's enough of normal work. Because I don't really want to talk about it that much, honestly, anymore, because well, you've heard me talk about it like 2 weeks in a row, so probably something different in line, which I hope to have prepared for this video. I haven't really written anything down, so I'm just thinking about everything that's been happening in the past week and a half. But yeah, I've actually done different work. I went to work differently on Saturday, and it's Wednesday today. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because I think on Thursday, my dad and I went to go do some measurements of I think maybe one of his old customers, I don't know, just someone he knows, I guess. And they offered me a job whilst I was there. And actually, well, in that house, I measured all of their windows, and it was quite nice. It was quite easy, and that's something else that's been going well at work, I guess. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that a lot in the coming days, because yeah, my dad's not around. But I might do some installations with his other employees, so it should be fine. But yeah, no, that guy basically offered me a job at his place, and it was an indoor playground, basically, and I hate those places. I absolutely despise children. So I accepted it. I thought, you know what, might as well gain some experience, because, I mean, I wasn't really looking for money, and it was a Saturday, so obviously I wanted to... Hold on, this is absolutely... Oh, yeah, what we're doing right now. Well, we're not really meant to be doing this. We're meant to be lining, because... But it has been going all right. Maybe my sketching habits have corrected itself, and I can actually commentate while sketching now, but I still don't really want to do that, because I don't want to risk it, I guess. But I mean, if it works, it works. I was going to line my sketch here, which is basically I'm doing the third video I'd like to upload onto YouTube right now, which is he flies like hawks, in brackets, because I wanted to rhyme with walks and talks. Which I honestly, I've just been doing this because I saw someone unsub from my channel, and I mean, it is a bit unreasonable. Literally, like, asking people to sub and then not uploading for like another month or two. So I don't know. I don't really want to keep a steady. I mean, on one hand I do, on the other hand I really can't keep a steady upload schedule on that channel. But who knows? I might just it might motivate me to do some more stuff if I actually do. So if I lose more subscribers, then I'll have to keep on making stuff for the YouTube channel, which is good, but also completely ignoring the animation walk cycles that I'm meant to be doing right now, because I thought, well, because I couldn't handle the thought of having that single thing waste like 3 months of this year. I thought, you know what, just might as well if I do something else, then I wouldn't have wasted this entire time, which is this is the something else that I'm doing to hopefully not make it seem like I've completely lost 3 months to the stupid animated walk cycles, which is a complete ambition, and which is a completely over ambitious of me, if that's even a word. But yeah, so shifting my focus off that, even though I'm like so nearly done, I just cannot be bothered with the third one right now, because it's just super annoying. I'm sure they won't mind. They still get something in the end anyway. Just all for free, right? But yeah, no. So I was saying, the children's playground, yes, and I just really wanted to go there to like challenge myself, I suppose. I mean, that is the main goal, was to push myself outside my comfort zone and work with some kids. And on the day before, on Friday, after I met that dude, I went over there to just check it out, and employee who was working just showed me around, and it was quite simple. It was quite a medium-sized place. It wasn't enormous. It wasn't like it was quite like, it was sort of hidden away, which is but it surprisingly had like a lot of customers. It was actually crazy on that day. But yeah, Saturday came and I went there for 10 to 5. And in the morning I was late like 5 minutes or so, because I don't know, I don't even know what happened, but probably my mom slowed me down, because that is the only explanation I'm willing to accept. But yeah, headed there, and in the morning I got shown around some more stuff, and yeah, people started streaming in. It was quite I guess it was quite panicky at first, because I was looking after like me and some other guy, because they weren't just gonna leave me alone immediately, but me and this other guy, we were looking after this area of the of like driving, like go-kart drive, or just driving like little cars. I'm not sure what they're called, but yeah, I was looking after that with some other guy, and like it was already like, how long is it? How long was it even? I don't know. I wasn't really keeping that well track of time, but we were some time in, and there was already like, who knows, like maybe 10, 20 families. I know 10 and 20 is quite a big difference, but it was quite a lot of people there already, and that's why I'm saying, like, surprisingly, for some place really tucked away, just on like a weirdly industrial street, there's just this kids playground, and there was just people streaming in. It was surprising how just popular the place was. But yeah, that's besides the point. That was probably the hardest zone to look after, which is why I avoided it for the rest of the shift, talking about challenging myself. But I just wasn't having fun with it. I mean, not that I was supposed to, but I was just not comfortable with looking after that stuff, because, well, in the morning, some woman literally just like, because you can only hop on the ride for like once per ticket, and like these like two idiot Karens were like lying to me about their kids hopping on them, and like it was pretty much confirmed that their tickets had already been used, but they just kept going, oh no, my kids haven't hopped on this ride yet, and I didn't want to bother with that, so I just let them in more. But yeah, after that I just left. I couldn't be bothered with that with that zone, and looked after the playground. It's pretty easy to look after the playground, because yeah, it just is, because you just look around, make sure people aren't doing crazy stuff, even though I looked away for 1 second and they started doing crazy stuff, and then another person had to come and stop them because I looked away for a single second. I can't believe that. And yeah, basically just looking after people, not climbing up the slides, and putting back the balls into the ball pit. It was a huge ball pit, and I would have loved it when I was little, but I don't think it would be very appropriate for me to use it nowadays. But yeah, looked after there for maybe an hour or so. Well, before that, I got introduced to the rock climbing place, which they had a huge like rock climbing wall just going around. It was quite big. On the photos, I thought it would be like a bit like underwhelming, but over there it was like actually proper. Like it was like literally like a proper like rock climbing specific place, but it was in the playground. It was in the whole building of the playground. That makes no sense. It's basically like a special like a special rock climbing place, but it wasn't really special because it was part of a playground. What I'm trying to say was like pretty impressive for the place it was in, I guess. And checked out how to sort of strap kids in for the rock climbing, and sort of the procedures around there. And it was all pretty straightforward, and nothing really bad could go wrong with that, because all you really needed to look out for was that the kid was like above 110 centimeters, which I ignored afterwards after a while anyway, because people just don't seem to care, and nothing really bad seemed to happen. So I let some smaller kids in, and whilst other smaller kids were rejected by my co-workers, which I don't know, that's probably a bit of a breach in security, but it was fine. It was rock climbing. It was good. So after that, I went and looked after the playground and just stood around. All you really need to do was stand around there, and everybody seemed to be doing pretty well. Everybody was like, not really being crazy, and taken after the rules and everything. And there was a bunch of people barefoot, which you had to wear socks in the area. But there was just way too many that I couldn't be bothered going around and telling them each just to go. And my coworkers, they weren't bothering with that either. So I just thought, whatever, right? What's the worst? Fungus is the worst. But I don't know. Is that what they're looking out for when they set that rule? I don't even know what the sort of regulations mean, but that was sort of that. Looked after there for like an hour or so. It wasn't too bad. And afterwards, in the afternoon, after I got my lunch, which basically everybody just like rotated for lunch. They called me in maybe first or so. Well, I didn't imagine they'd do that, seeing as I'm like the new guy, so they just told me to go grab lunch, which I had no idea how to. But I eventually got it and ate it. It was quite nice. Prepared meals, but you could basically, it's like a buffet, and it was a buffet of like 3 dishes, but it was good. And yeah, you get like 15 minutes to eat. That's like a good experience of like proper workplaces, you know. Like, it wasn't like my dad's place where I could just like go do whatever whenever, and have some steak at lunch for like 2 hours or so. And I just had to quickly get it done, go back out, and afterwards I basically took after the rock climbing place for the entire time. I mistaken some kid that worked there to someone who wanted to go on the rock climbing, because they were like 12. I thought they were gonna come on, and they were wearing like a different uniform to me. Like the uniform was like a different color. I'm pretty sure it's the jacket variant, and I just thought, oh, it's another kid who wanna go on, and he was like, oh no, I'm not here to play. And so yeah, whatever. But he was there. He was a good help to me. For maybe like an hour and a half. And afterwards, he just left. He just left the rock climbing place. And for the rest of the time, I think it was like, who knows? I was looking at the clock because it was moving so slowly. Like 2 to like 5. Was it 2 to 5? Yeah, something like that. Or 1:30 to 5. Honestly, it was just like, at around the 2 or 3 o'clock mark, that kid just left and left me alone to look after the whole rock climbing place. And it was awful, because I don't know why. For some reason it was just peak rock climbing time. I don't know what time of day would provoke kids to want to rock climb, but everybody just wanted to come on, and I was there just going at it all alone, just trying to put on harnesses, take off harnesses, choose shoe sizes, lock kids onto the rock climbing. Well, that's what you do. You gotta use a stupid hook that like people can't use themselves to like lock them onto like a what is it? Well, the harness, the pulley thing that allows for a soft descent. And I had to do that by myself, and it was so bad that like there was like 7 or 8 kids. I mean, that was kind of partially my fault. You're only supposed to allow like 4 or 5 kids in at a time, but in the end there was like 7 or 8 people just climbing climbing around, and more people coming in and more people going out. And as I was tying all the harnesses, kids just started to take off the harness themselves, which was quite worrying because well, one, they don't know how to, and two, if they let go or if it's too hard, the harness, the little hook thing will just fly onto the ceiling, and then you can't even use it until someone gets up to get them, which happened once. It actually occurred that a hook just flew up to the ceiling, and like I had to just climb up to grab it, which was quite a terrifying experience, might I add. But I got it and saved the day by achieving the hook for the easiest rock climbing wall. Oh my god, if it happened to another climbing wall, I would probably have like knocked all of my teeth out and fell to my death or something. Luckily it was the easiest wall that had its hook retracted, but besides from that, it was pretty smooth. And well, besides from me getting completely worn out and literally like a sore throat afterwards, it was pretty smooth because I was literally the only one, and nobody came to help. Literally, I don't know, like if other people's shifts like ended early or something, there was no one around to help me, and I was just chilling at the rock climbing, which I mean, on one hand, I'm happy to do because like I said, it is quite an easy activity to look after. Like I didn't really want to go over to like racing or stuff. There was trampolines, and that was quite easy because, well, literally you didn't even have to look after anything. You just have to, I guess, tell adults like get off the trampoline or something. But yeah, I mean, I could look after that, which I didn't. And my other coworker was just like over there like jumping on the trampoline whilst I suffered. But yeah, whatever, it was good because it was a good experience, I think. Well, I mean, not in the moment, but looking back, what's it, 4 days, but yeah, was a completely tiring day, and in the end we just packed up and went home. And it was the weirdest thing. It was like I went out into the parking lot like trying to get home, and I told my mum to wait, but she went in because I don't know what's wrong with her. And it was literally like a car meet going on outside this kids playground. There's like a Ferrari, a Rolls-Royce, like 5 high class Mercedes, a Maserati, and it was like just I don't know what was going on there. I have no clue why that specific place would be car meet area, but it's cool, I guess. And that was my working experience. Not really crazy. It honestly just reminded me of KFC, which, I mean, it basically the same thing, but looking after different sort of, well, instead of looking after kids, you're looking after, like, I don't know, chicken customers. Yeah, it was just fast paced and you don't really get to rest. You have to run around everywhere. And I did at the end of my shift, I did a bit of rock climbing because I thought it would be a bit embarrassing. Well, it would have been embarrassing if I couldn't have done it, but after my shift, yeah, I did some rock climbing and it was pretty fun, pretty scary. Gosh, this just reminds me, I have this weird thing that's only started like recently, like a month ago or two. Like if my hands and feet are at all like not like are at all smooth. Like if I brush my foot past something and like it doesn't grip, like I don't know, is it like adrenaline? Like I just completely like a shot of adrenaline just flies through my body, and like I just get completely sweaty so that I can grip stuff. It's so annoying, and I'm pretty sure I'm in control of it. I'm pretty sure I'm going like, oh no, I can't grip. Can I get some sweat, please? And my body just accepts and gives me sweat, but it's really annoying because now I don't know, it it's a bit uncomfortable when it happens, and it's incredibly weird. So yeah, I mean, it's only really when I'm focusing on it that it happens. So I just need to not think about it as much. Think about my the ungrippiness of my hands. But I'm pretty sure that's like like a proper survival thing as well anyway, but nothing that I want to nothing that's really that important to me in my house. Like, oh no, I can't grip my cup, can't grip my mug, gonna smash it. Oh no. But yeah, no, speaking of sweating, I've been doing a lot of sweating just driving recently because I've learnt this new thing, right? It's called a manual, and basically it's when you go onto the back wheel of your bike. Yeah, no, not that manual, right? I'm learning manual transmission basically, and it's been awful. But it's been better recently. Not that not that I talked about it last week. But yeah, began maybe don't know. Like basically last week, at some point began to just learn it, give it a bit of a go, and it wasn't that hard because I was able to do it in a little environment pretty slowly. And yeah, it's quite nice. I got my bearings. I was able to go up a hill without completely dying immediately. Well, I mean, it did take several tries, but I wasn't about to just like pull a F1 racer just as soon as I got in the car. But yeah, it was quite nice. It was quite nice practicing. I drove it around a few laps in a little business district or something, and yeah, I was able to get a grip on it on the first day, and on the second day I literally had to drive it to and from work. Immediately I was told to just get it on the road, and yeah, well, actually no, the second day I got some practice in before. No, yeah, the second night, as I was about to go home, I was told to just drive it because well, I was really preparing to do that anyway because yeah, at night there's rarely any motorists on the roads, so it's a tad bit safer than when you are trying to get home at like peak hour and there's people all over the place and you're gonna try to not crash into anyone. And so yeah, that was quite nice. I was able to drive home pretty easily, pretty confident then in my manual transmission skills. It was a bit bumpy going up a little hill. I reversed a bit, well, on the way home, that is, because I didn't really realize that was a hill. But luckily there was no one behind me, so that's all good. And the day after, I was literally told to drive it to work at peak hour. It was awful, because literally the first light outside of my house, and like I find this to be like just like a trend that like as soon as I get on the car, like, is a lot worse than after I drive the car for a bit. I mean, yeah, it's just me not being used to the car, I guess. Just as soon as I get on it, for like the first bit, like I'm completely terrible at driving it, and the light just like on the second day that on the third day that I was told to drive it to work, on the light right outside my house, it's like the tiniest gradient that's going up, and I literally stalled on it. I don't even know how. Well, I know how now because I went on second gear thinking that, oh, it's a tiny little hill, nothing bad ever happened on a tiny little hill, and no, I stalled. And didn't panic though. I just held down the whatever you call that. Oh yeah, no, it's called the clutch, isn't it? Yeah, I held down the clutch, and I clutched it, and turned it to second gear again, and stalled again, nearly backing into the car behind me because I don't know, for some reason I just forget the brake exists or needs to exist on hills. I'm just really used to driving automatic, alright, and with automatic you don't even need to do anything, you just press the gas pedal and you go. So I don't so I just let go of the brake and I slide backwards, and the car behind me was beeping, and it was quite terrible because I didn't know you had to literally, like, as soon as if you want to go off of gear 2 off the second gear, you have to like press the you have to press the accelerator. And so I didn't know that, and I tried to just connect it on immediately, and it just stalled, and it really sucked. But afterwards I had to go off of gear 1, the first gear, and it worked then, but that was quite awful. And on the way to work, it was all awful because I had no clue what on earth this car did, and what it was doing, and what I can do to do it. And yeah, it just really sucked. And on the way home, I also sucked because it just kept on wobbling and stuff, and it was just a bad experience overall. And I hated manuals then. I never wanted to drive one again. But God, little thing I said at the beginning that it wouldn't sound different. No, it's really, it really does turn out to be true, doesn't it? Because you hear people going like, oh, YouTubers, when they say they sound different, oh, they don't sound different at all, and I actually sound different here, so it's not that great. But yeah, day after that, drove to work, got told some more things about the manual transition, and it was flawless, pretty much. Not really flawless, but it's quite nice. It was quite smooth, and wasn't actually the worst drive in the world. And so yeah, it was quite nice. I wasn't wobbling that much, and going on the right gears. It was brilliant. All right, I pretty much had it then. And on the way home, I literally, well, it wasn't even the way. Wait, was that yesterday? Might have been. Yeah, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, just after work, sort of. I had to drive to like a customer's house, and that was quite nice. I had to drive in a small road a bit, and I was actually able to drive it pretty well because I found out you can literally just go anywhere on second gear and it'll be fine because you're not really going that slowly, and so that was good. Drove pretty well then and didn't stall anymore after that. Those two on the same light, and yeah, it was good because I finally found out what was causing the wobbles, and I fixed it, and I can drive F1 cars now apparently. I don't even know if they're manual, I just assume that they are because, well, how's this look? Awful, I bet. But of course we don't have the accelerating stuff yet. We don't have the starting frames. Actually, I'll show you guys I'll show you guys how. Can we just name these first? What would this be? Just flying 2, I guess. Incredibly specific, but it will make sense to myself. Hovering. Excuse me for 1 second whilst I type words, because I cannot speak whilst doing that. But yeah, I've come up with like a sort of a storyboard, I guess, of what this animation is going to be. Gosh, there's actually quite a lot of... Oh, never mind. I'm already in... Wait, no, this is hovering. Okay, yeah. We can look at this. Okay, you go. Here we are. I'm pretty sure it's ping pong should do, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not because you have to do both the forward and backward stroke on this hover. Yeah, this hover. This is like quite a what's it? Uncommon. This hover's quite uncommon. Whenever you see people draw hovering, they don't normally do it like oh god, it's me doing this marking again, and it's totally going to crash my screen recorder. Can we just check that it's still recording? Because last time it literally just like stopped recording halfway. I thought I even checked it last time. Maybe just like if you record for like a long period of time, it just stops by itself for whatever reason. But normally when you see people draw hovering, it's normally like it's normally just like how do I actually like represent this? I'll just do it in line. So it just goes down and up and down and up and down and up, and this is the wing, I suppose. Incredible explanation. But I took this I took the inspiration for this hovering from the hummingbird, and I mean, to do that you kind of need hovering wings, but I think it could apply in other places, right? You can totally use hovering with any wings, right? Surely. It's not that nature had to literally naturally select some specific pairs of wings to do proper hovering, and otherwise you'd literally have to use wind to hover. But I think this could work, right? So basically, it's terribly represented here because I can't draw. But when you, the flying person, stroke your wings forward, you're basically, yeah, forcing air under them. And when you stroke it backwards, which is here, the 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 air is pushed down by the back, by the other side, by the dorsal side of your wing. I think that's what it's called. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but you get the idea, right? I mean, it's, yeah, like I said, you can't even like tell what's going on here. This just looks stupid, but I don't know. I'm bad at wing angles, and that's something that I really need to figure out at some point, because this is atrocious. This is completely not how physics work, but I do like the movement of the body. It looks quite, I mean, it looks feasible, right? It looks like he is trying to balance quite a bit, and yeah, I mean, it's fine, I think, for just a silly little animation. And basically, the storyboard part of this is basically, so he goes from hovering, and then he goes to flapping, and then he goes, yeah, like that. if the screen recorder is recording, he goes from hovering to flying to diving to sort of what's it, table spin, turntable, a turntable of his body, and then it goes to sort of like a cinematic what's it, bank, I guess, where you do your taxes, and yeah, he flies off at the end, and it's all fantastic. It's very nice. The only problem is the transition between these. Like, how am I supposed to? I have no way of transitioning between him hovering and him flying, because I have no clue what on earth or how to do that. So that's gonna probably be the hardest part of this after I complete all the loops, which honestly, it might just be like just him going from this position to this position, and that might be just awful. But you know, what can we do at this point? But yeah, wonderful animation. Finally done some wonderful animation. Tell you what, I'm kind of iffy about this screen recorder saving. It's completely got me paranoid right now. So let's do some fancy things that I never do before. Let's edit this video so that things work. All right, here, just give me a second. All right, just take my iPad off charge there. Look at this. The format has returned in real life art. The second appearance of in real life art. Yeah, look at me, traditional artist. Dude, I thought maybe, right, face my fears and just try traditional art. And as you can see, where it begins, it's quite yeah, appalling, I think the word is. Well, that's because I tried to do like just I tried to draw as if I was using a digital program, but I couldn't actually like draw like that. So I was using the wrong technique. Basically, the technique was just incorrect. But afterwards, when I got the hang of it, it was quite good. I mean, look. I mean, yeah, the pose is not great, but it doesn't look awful. And I think honestly, like, making your mind think like the way you draw. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you just think like, you know, you're doing traditional art, you're doing pen art, and that you can't really like, well, the errors you make are sort of like permanent. You can sort of really get into just like drawing around that, you know. You can sort of draw to avoid the errors making that big of an impact, and you can draw like you mean it, you know, like you really know what you're doing, and just don't treat it like just drawing on a tablet, because it's completely different.
But honestly, I think it was quite liberating drawing with pen because you do understand that the errors you make are permanent, and it sort of makes you. I mean, it has an aspect of, oh, I don't want to put this pen down. I don't want. Oh, well, I don't want to put down. Oh, how would you say it? I don't want to put the tip of my pen down. Because I'm gonna make a mistake and it's all gonna look awful. But also, you're like, oh well, I mean, it's inevitable. An error is inevitable, so you just start drawing, regardless, and you don't really care. So you just draw, you just go for it, and it can be a lot easier to start drawing. Well, yeah, I guess that's the thing. It can be easier and harder to start drawing. I guess depending on what mind you're in. But yeah, I did a whole page of crappy little pen sketches. Just trying to get used to this. Trying to get used to pen stuff, and some of it's not bad. I mean, like some things, like the hind leg, and that completely ruins it. But it like overall, it isn't a bad form. Did some like shading, some texture with scales and stuff. A little bit of electricity. That's not really the texture of electricity though. Let's be honest. Try to do some uh, sort of hatching with pen. I guess that didn't really work. But look at this. How cute is this? I think. Well, I mean, you can't. I think I'm the only one who can really tell what's going on here because it's so messy that you literally have no clue. But I think it's. I mean, if you can see it, I think it's quite cute. Did some weird poses. Look at all those lines. Look, this is return to like fundamentals to me, returning to my basics because I used to sketch like this. I used to just put in like thousands of lines per second and make terrible lining. And honestly, I think that fits pen. That fits pen drawing because and you can actually sort of. I mean, it just looks better, I suppose, than if I did this. Just like a. It does look cleaner, but it doesn't really fit the style, I guess, just of pen, just like a single stroke being able to draw something, I guess. I mean, it's good, but not entirely penful. So, yeah, it's some more random stuff. I tried to draw after my failed attempt and some what's it? And some practices. I tried to do what is it called? Planless sketching again. And honestly, it's not bad. It didn't go ignore that. It didn't go incredibly awfully. I mean, as far as drawing with pen goes, I'm not a master at it by any means. Honestly, it deteriorates. It deteriorates as you near the end. This is a crappy sort of dynamic sort of fight I tried to do. And I wasn't really focusing on like proportions or anything. I just really wanted to get the I guess shapes, well, just the sort of action down. So that's my excuse of this looking trash. But and that's some guy with a broken neck. I guess I don't know. And this is when my pen consistently runs out of ink and is terrible. But yeah, would you look at that? Me actually doing something different and maybe I don't know, expanding my reach or something. God, at this point we're gonna like actually start learning music or something. It's crazy. All right, I'll see you back on screen recording because I have to go through a whole entire process of opening that.
Hello, we're back. But something I didn't mention that was quite sad that happened when I was drawing using pen is that like halfway through, I don't know, maybe I was just like daydreaming or something. I literally tried to like quit out. I tried to quit out of my page on the paper. I tried swiping up on my paper to go find another application because I was bored or something. and, and I just immediately realized that you can't. Paper is not interactive. It indeed it is not. But yeah, that was a bit of a society moment. Rather stupid in it. But yeah, where are we? Oh yeah, we're trying to find the stuffs, aren't we? Where's flying? Oh wait, no, we're going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. It's a bit rubbish
putting letters in, putting numbers in your titles when every single layer has a number in its title. That's not very good, is it? But you know what? Before we just continue on doing this, because I'm bored, I'm going to swipe up and go find this again. Hello, we're back to van stuff. I know I haven't. Yeah, it's just because I'm pretty much finalized. Like, with everything in the van, like, I mean, apart from some small things, I'm pretty much finalized with, and that's really annoying because this is my distraction piece for like the past week. Whenever I'm like, oh, I'm bored, time to go do something, and I wanted to like give myself the illusion of productivity. I'd come here and think, oh, what can I do to my van? What can I add? What can I make my van with? And can't do that anymore because we're literally like done designing everything. So yeah, still some things that I need to finish up though. Oh god, I forgot to remove this. This is not here anymore. Can I please just so yeah, not really much changes since the last time. I did come up with a new sort of system with the car door, which honestly, I always quote that. Oh, what's his name? Is it Daffy? I'm pretty sure it's Daffy. Going, I slam my penis in the car door, but he's not actually New Yorkian. He just says it normally. I don't know where I got that idea from, but yeah, no, the car door here, basically. Oh wait, no, I did talk about this last time, but I improved it. I made it better. Okay, so yeah, we have ourselves the table blocking the car door. This is unbelievable. You can't even get inside the car. But when it opens up, this is me using these these arrows and stuff again, which you weren't able to see last time. When it opens up, the table itself slides this way, slides around your mouth. Just quoting Michael Rosen there, don't mind me. And then afterwards, well, to make space for the table to be able to slide this way, this table here with maybe a microwave or something, and a air fryer. Not sure how I'm supposed to represent these. This table rises upwards. That's the only good solution I found so far. It's literally just going to be a van of rising furniture, just a bed that goes to the ceiling, microwave and air fryer that goes to the ceiling. Yeah, it's a really annoying thing I found with this planning is that I literally have nowhere to put anything. Because I figured out, right, all the kitchen appliances I need, microwave, well, to reheat stuff, obviously, that's the most easiest way. A air fryer, which is going to be really important for any frozen things. Like, how am I supposed to eat a pizza, without an air fryer? I need a toaster because, oh wait, do I though? Do I need it? Oh, that'll be quite a privileged thing. I'll be like, oh well, I mean, if I can, And so I've come to realize that toast is not a necessity. But come on, how are you gonna eat anything without toast, right? And I need a kettle. Is that the other one? I'm pretty sure that's the other one. I mean, a kettle can just go anywhere though. I don't really care. And yeah, I figured out that this whole place is taken up by the bed, so you literally can't put anything past this point here. And only things can go on this table here, which I haven't put anything on here because I wanted to make a room, right? I'm so entitled that I want to make 2 rooms in a van. So I just want to put a wall up here and I can step into the kitchen. I think that'd just be the craziest thing in a van build, separate rooms. I mean, it would be 3 rooms, wouldn't it? Because this is the toilet. I got a toilet, a kitchen, and a bedroom in a single van. I think that'd just be the most insane thing anyone's ever done. But I mean, saying that, this is quite cramped, isn't it? If we just move our to scale body over here, you really can't call this much of a room, can you? Especially when I'm sitting down. That's me standing up, which is not possible, may I add, because the car is not 1.8 meters tall. But yeah. Oh, I just realized if I put a door there,
I'm not gonna be able to use. I'm not gonna use my swivelly chair, aren't I? That's gonna be awful. Maybe I'll just put like a. Well, I mean, I think it'd be cool if I'm to make videos in this van. If I could just put like a green screen over here, so like whenever I'm like, I don't know, doing face cams and stuff, I can just like have a green screen behind me, and it would be nice, I guess, and that could be like my wall or something. But I don't know, doesn't really matter, does it? I just want 2 rooms because I am like that. Oh god, I need to blow my nose quick. This might be disgusting, but it'll be satisfying. Okay. There it goes. Oh my goodness, just my life as a, I don't know what sickness this is this time, but it's about equivalent to hay fever, so I'm quite used to this actually. Never actually blown my nose on video before. It's a blow my nose reveal, you know. Everyone's just hyped for my blow my nose reveal. Oh god. There we go. And yeah, so that's sort of the van revelations at the moment. I did end up showing this design to my dad, and what he said was that he said it wasn't it wasn't impossible. Yeah. He didn't flat out say that's ridiculous. It's never gonna happen. What he said was, "You're stupid. You're never gonna be able to build something like this." Which I mean, I wasn't pretending that I was, but I think with help, this could be the greatest van in existence ever. But I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to do this, am I? That's absolutely not. I'm not gonna bust out some IKEA level skill and just like make all of this. But with some help, this might become a reality, and I'll be able to flex that I got a great van or something. And I mean, he also believes that you can't really live in a van, which I mean, I'm still sort of iffy about. I get it. Like, it is tiny, and you're like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna I don't know, camp out in the wilderness all the time. Like, it's not really that like romantic. Well, like as it is romanticized, but I think it's possible. I think if you just like stick with it, if you sort of get your mind in it, and you sort of just, I guess, I don't know, really just feel like doing it, you might be able to last quite a while. I think, honestly, I think past maybe the 2 months mark, or maybe 3 months mark, I think I'd get used to it by then. I mean, I don't think there's like really a thing of oh, I'm gonna live in it. I'm only gonna be able to live in it for 1 year, because I think by that point you probably would have gotten used to it, unless you're like forcing yourself to do it. Like, oh come on, one more month, 1 more year. I don't know. It just seems like something you'd eventually sort of get. I mean, it's not like something like completely unbearable, right? Because you have everything. It's just the uncomfortable feeling that you get that isn't really like threatening. It just isn't very comfortable, which I hope to avoid, if ever this goes through. Honestly, I can't imagine it happening. I'm gonna be honest. There's absolutely no chance that I'm gonna like I can't in my mind think of this plan inside of an actual van. Like, normally if I'm thinking of drawing an animation or something, I can imagine the finished product. I can't imagine a finished product for this. It's just so out there. It's so insane. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. Of course I'm gonna have to first go out for like a week or so, and I mean, it's different, I guess, but to sort of just feel it out a bit, in maybe like a station wagon or something, because my dad has several of those that he just doesn't drive for whatever reason. And yeah, I might try that out on a bearable day or so, but well, on a bearable week or so. But like, even if that doesn't happen, my dad does support like just head out for like a holiday or something for the weekends. Just go into the mountains or something for a day or two and just chill there for a bit, and that's fine. Because that's what he does, you know. You can't really go like, oh, it's so bad, it's awful, don't do it, because he literally does that. Just on his journeys between the states, he drives all over the place, and it's insane that his van is still like contact. Yeah, contact. Wait, that's a real word, isn't it, for describing the completeness of something? I've just completely gone illiterate, but yeah, he actually has a bit of a built van of his own. Well, his van is sort of built. He's got like a cabinets and drawers, but nothing special. It's literally just like a pile of wood stacked on each other. Which, I mean, honestly, it could work. It could work and make good videos, which he's trying to, if he like fleshes it out. But it's literally just like bits of wood like nailed together right now. I think it would look nice if he just painted it or something, but he doesn't wanna. But yeah, anything else with this? Yeah, I mean, the fridge is underneath there. We got ourselves the stove and the water. I'm still trying to figure out where to put my propane. Sort of want a what would it be, like one of those like normal sized propane tanks, like Trini something I think it was. But I don't know. Where would I put it? I have no clue. Maybe just chuck it under the table or something. I mean, honestly, any space under this table here is usable. I just I leave it. I'm probably not gonna leave it empty anyway. If this goes through, I'm probably not going to keep it empty completely all the time underneath the table, because that is a waste of space. But I like that to be an option. Thank you. So I might put the tank in there or something, or literally anywhere else. I'll put the grey water underneath the van because that is a nice place to utilize a tank. And I've realized that 400 liters is absolutely overkill, and maybe just, who knows, even 200 liters should be fine because of purifying water and rainwater, if I'm to install one of those, because I'm kind of obsessed with those little like gutters on the side of the van. I'm not sure if they have it on every model, but like just on the roof of the van, just on the sides, there's like little gutters that run down onto like the windshield for some reason. I'm not sure why it goes there, but it just seems like a really efficient way to collect rainwater, and I really want to just like stick some tubes under those and just like, I don't know, get rainwater rich or something. It would be nice, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really planned anything around this design. I think purifying any water will do. Just like suck it out of the lake or something. Who knows? But yeah, it should be alright. It should be not too bad with the water supply, because not even planning on showering daily or anything. I'm even planning on using the military style, which is literally how I've like showered for like, well, most of my life, up to like till I showered daily or something. I don't know, but just I always use that as how I shower, so I'm not sure why, like, well, until now, where I just completely I guess I just don't get like who leaves the water on when like lathering shampoo, you know. It doesn't oh wait, I do. Yeah, well, with shampoo I do, but not with like body stuff. Because it would make no sense. But I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with the military style. It just might be a bit cold is the only thing, but yeah, it shouldn't even use that much water, to be honest. So yeah, I just kind of don't want the hassle of like having to refill it like every week or so. That just might sound a bit annoying, but yeah. What are you gonna do, right? You got a shower, don't complain. Okay. Well, I mean, you got an imaginary shower anyway. So we got over here, I just added in something to give a visual to my dad, so that, yeah, there's just a door over here that probably slides or something, because I'm fancy like that, into the cab of the car, and of the drive. Yeah, and you can just hop in without getting out of the car. My dad did something very disrespectful, the stealth camping discipline. And I mean, it's quite common online. You just see people going like, "Oh, no one's gonna believe that there's no one living in the car." I just think like it's absolutely plausible that people can think no one's living in the car. Dude, what I also want, I want like I'm pretty sure there's even like space underneath the car to install one of these. I want maybe like remote controlled car jacks. Like maybe just like I don't know, maybe just one in the center of the car or something. I'm not sure how efficient that would be actually. Maybe just one at the front and one at the back of the car, of the van. And like you can like press them down onto the ground somewhere like that isn't really that visible maybe, and like maybe behind the wheels or something so that people can't see it. Oh, the only thing would be the escape if if those things are down and you're trying to get away from somewhere. It would be a bit of a annoying thing to have to retract them again. But yeah, if we can put down the car jacks, then like if you go around inside of the car, like you literally won't shake it. I've like searched online. I've tried to like look for how to lock your suspension on your car so that when you move around in it, like it doesn't wobble. But I don't think that's a thing. I think that's quite the safety hazard if you're able to do that. But car jacks work. I mean that's also quite the safety hazard to be honest. But like just those things that like are on trucks that stabilize them when they're like unloading stuff. Just that, but under a van. And so when you're walking around, you don't wobble it. That sounds quite nice, but I'm not sure how viable that actually is in practice. But back to stealth camping, I think it's absolutely viable that you can just disguise your car enough so that it doesn't attract anybody. And the only thing to sort of be wary of is the vent. Um, Listen, Gregory, you must vent, right? And I just don't think that I don't think you really need that big of a fan on top of your roof to vent the stuff, to vent air. I think you could totally just get away with something like low profile, something small, maybe even just like a hole in the wall, a hole in the ceiling. That might not be that great actually, but like the thing I'm thinking about is like making it so that the roof dips in so that the top like the fan doesn't show up top, but like you can install it into the roof so it's flush. I think that'd be the easiest way of hiding it, but that would just like sort of disrupt your inside disrupt your space inside. But I mean anything for a stealth van, right? Because I say that because the fan is literally the only thing showing outside of the van. Other than that, it's just a cab, and I don't even have to tint the windows for the cab because of the wall separating the back and the front, which I don't know. I just think it would be a much more aesthetic without having the car part of the van show. And you could just like sort of immerse yourself that you're just inside a tiny room, immersive experience of being in a tiny room. But yeah, I just think that it's easy to have people not think you'll. I mean, unless they're like looking, unless they're like specifically looking for those people, and even then, I think. I think if you hide the fan, I think if you hide the rooftop vent, it would still. I mean, it would absolutely be like stealthy, even to like people who like are sort of knowing of stealth fans, because like just what's it, flexible solar panels, they can just go right on your roof, no one would even know. uh and just like outlets and stuff, you can disguise it as maybe, who knows, a fuel a fuel cap or something, just something really like uh obscure, not obscure, the other word that's like for um un like what's it, um just not special. And if you just make everything outside look completely normal, and then like with my 3D effect window covers, I think it would absolutely just smash stealth out the window. I mean, well, keep it in the window more like, but just I think it would be absolutely like just undetectable. I just think. I don't know if that's just being way too way too arrogant in my hiding abilities, but what is there not to believe about a van that you can't see anything on top of, you can't see you can't see the back through the front cab. You can see clearly in the front cab, which looks like a completely normal van. Maybe I even decorate it with some, oh, I don't know, some things like maybe like a florist hat or something, some flowers maybe, so that people don't like, I don't know. Well, actually, no, that's not quite. Yeah, that's. I don't know. A high vis jacket seems a bit on the nose. Like, oh, I'm a worker. I work. Maybe just like decorate it with a few pieces of paper or something. Who knows? A divorce paper, and just and cardboard boxes, 3D window covers. I just don't think anybody would suspect a thing. Like, am I just like being way too wishful? I mean, if like the car is like bumping up and down or something when you're in it, just it shouldn't be like a problem at all. And I just need to be quiet and not be like not really attract any attention when I park there, so that people aren't going like, when's that guy gonna get out of his car? I think I can absolutely like just act as a normal van. I mean, but how do normal vans act? Because like you can only be as stealthy as a normal van, can't you? And normal vans aren't like allowed to just park anywhere, you know? Like you can only be as stealthy as the thing that you're pretending to be, which I mean it can't. I mean it's just I guess the prospect of someone like of the vehicle being occupied whilst it's parked there, I guess, right? Is there a problem to that though? I mean, uh, I don't know. It would just be a bit creepy, I guess, a bit weird. And also, people don't like homeless people um, that own cars apparently, because that's just society. But I don't know. I don't think that's a that big a deal. I don't think being stealthy is that difficult, and I think it should be quite simple to accomplish and achieve, and it'll be fantastic. I don't know if that's actually going to be reality, and I mean I don't know, like Dad does say that. Oh, I'm feeding too much into the internet stuff. Oh, they're telling you that your van life is like, oh, brilliant and everything. And I mean, I have an image of it in my head, and it's not what they show us. It's not like, okay, right, go to the seaside and just chill there for like years upon years. I mean, I can really imagine their challenges. I can really sort of picture the bad parts, and as unwilling as I am to want to, well, unwilling is not wanting to, uh, sort of challenge, be like put myself up to that, like be challenged by those things. I think it'd still be worth it. It would still be an absolutely brilliant choice. Just like dropping out. Gosh, I'm becoming something. I'm becoming someone that's like number one society enemy. Of course. All right. It's still recording because maybe sketchbooks had an effect on this screen recorder as well. Who knows? All right. Whatever. Let's go. Oh, deal. Let's go try to finish the last two frames of this. Last two. God, this is gonna be like just 7 frames, really. How fast does it go? 9 frames per second. Absolutely amazing. Just 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 the right frames per second for any animation industry. God. But yeah, still pretty cool. Fans are pretty cool. Yeah, I've devised a plan to get my perfect van, because well, the perfect van is the one that my dad has. So I've proposed. I don't even know if I've talked about this last time. I might have, and I'm just repeating myself. Well, as I do in these videos, but I can literally, right, I could just steal that van. Not really. I could totally just like take that van, well, let my dad give it to me, and then I can replace it. So it's like me buying a van, but like I don't have to buy the perfect van, you know? I mean, that is unless I just find like a really cheap, well-maintained, perfect van online, and I could just buy it, whatever, you know? I don't have to steal their van to make it all complicated and stuff. But if I can't, he does have the perfect van, and he doesn't need it, so I could totally just like buy maybe a commuter or something for him, which my friend advised me that you can literally import them from Japan, and I searched it up, and they're literally like just $10,000. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I could totally get them a whatever van, and they can give me their prized super specific van. Not really, they still sell it right now, but it's like, I don't know, like $50,000 or something, 80,000 maybe. I think I saw online. I think that's for the newer versions, which apparently is bigger. Apparently the newer uh, Toyota Hiace, that's the van I'm looking for. Apparently they're wider. Well, yeah, they're wider, but they're smaller, like lengthwise. That's what my dad said anyway, which is sort of good, I guess, for me sleeping. But just no way in hell am I driving that thing around. That looks so stupid. And also, I'm trying to keep it on the low down, you know? Stealth vans aren't meant to look fancy, so I'm going to try to purposely go and crash into everything I see. And, well, purposely. And, I mean, it is an automatic that, the van, well, my dad's van, well, my dad's other van, because his van is manual that I'm driving at the moment. But yeah, don't want it to look too flashy and attract people who think I'm rich and have a flashy new van, because that's just not ideal. That's not what you want to be doing when you're trying to stay on the low down, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully yeah, not be too stand out. But yeah. So if worst comes to worst, apparently the maintenance fee for that van's like 2,000. But like, what are you gonna do, right? God, it's because I told my dad what the spendings of van life, isn't it? He's gotten all like angsty with me wanting to like laze around, not earning any money, because van life only requires like $500 a month. Is that so? Not really, but like not that much money. And he's sort of thought, oh, well, it's just because I want to slack off, innit? It's just because I want to slack off. Well, I mean, it would be nice to not have to stress myself out with like living paycheck to paycheck, but doesn't it's nothing to say. It's not to say that I don't want to work or anything. I don't know, maybe he's just worried about that, but who can blame him? I don't know, it just seems that everybody sort of have everyone around me, all the adults just seem to have their own like their own reality, and I'm just here going, oh well, like they're all wrong, aren't they? I mean, I don't know. They're obviously living by their own rules, and they do whatever they think they should. And I just think, oh well, why can't I do that? You know, I could totally do by myself, right? Because no one, I don't know, they just always pretend that they know everything, and that's just what I learned from Exerbia. What what what's it? Philosophy has taught me is that nobody knows anything, and I'm the king. I'm the king. Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. It just seemed like they really want to push their ideals onto me, and I mean, I'll play along. I'll satisfy them for the time being, but as soon as I can get my van, I'm out of there. I'm just gonna leave them in the dust. I'm just I'm just playing, but I don't know. I just want to try it. I just want to try it, like, do everything the hard way, find things out the hard way, because no one's gonna stop me from saying, oh, that's bad. I want to go and test it out by myself, and whether that be a terrible idea and a terrible investment that is going to cost years of my life, I'll find out myself, so they can just leave me alone until then, and they can go, oh, I told you so afterwards all they want, but I just want to try it out myself. So yeah, screw you adults. I hate adults. I'm rebellious. I really love trouble. Trouble is a friend. Oh, trouble is a foe. Oh, God, I'm so nostalgic for those old 2000 songs. But yeah, honestly, that's that. I haven't really planned anything else out. Today's my day off work. So it's quite nice. Got a pretty nice sleep last night, apart from being woken up by a literal mosquito and waking up in cold sweats, like. Oh, I don't even know if it was cold sweats, because I was quite warm underneath the blankets. But I hate it, man. I hate it when I just... Is it that time again? I do find myself having, like, bursts of sweaty nights. Like, some nights, like, for a period of time, I can just not have them. And then, like, for a week straight, I'd wake up in cold sweats, and it would just be awful. So maybe it's time I, like, took off that blanket or something. But then how did I get this cold in the first place? What on earth is happening? What is health? What has health come to in this world? But yeah, it's quite nice. Got like 10 hours sleep. Which still hasn't satisfied me for whatever reason. Here, I'll pull a yawn out of my ass right now. I can't do it when I'm expected to. Alright. Privileged people who can yawn on command. Gosh. But yeah. Apart from that, I'm gonna need to blow my nose soon again. Okay, right. Speed run the swing quickly before I need to blow my nose again and end the video, because this is becoming incredibly uncomfortable. Go. Hold on. Shouldn't I actually in between these fingers, because this is an in between frame, isn't it? So it should probably be who knows? Oh God, what have I done? I'm pretty sure this is completely... Wait, no. Literally just in between. So that's here. There you go. Right, simple stuff. Here we are. Right, let's watch this in all of its ping pong 9 frames per second glory. Oh God, what have I done? Oh yeah, no, I remember now. It's the upstroke should be faster. Hold on. Here we are. Right, we fixed it. God. That's not quite how it works, is it? No. Alright. We'll finalize this later. Alright. For now, yeah, going back to eat my M&Ms, mini ones, that is, and, yeah, God, I was gonna talk about music, but not bothered. I need to wipe my nose. Alright, bye.